Hi, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're watching this. It's morning now. I'm early to work. Once again, this is my second video, so bear with me. I don't have notes, I don't have bullet points, I don't have an outline, but I've been wanting to do these more, and I just don't seem to find the time and the motivation at the same time where I'm free and motivated and have wheels turning. So I'm early to work as always. I always get to work as early as I can, but also try to hang out. Like this morning, Jack was awake, and so I hung out almost to the last minute. I'm still 10 minutes early to work, so I figured perfect time to make a video. What crossed my mind and started my wheels turning was what happens to us based on choices and other people and life. And there's a great quote. It's not mine, and I don't know how old it is, but it basically says life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you handle it or deal with it or respond to it. And it says a lot, and I could probably talk for days about it, but most importantly, life has challenges, life has people that are challenges, life has struggles, and life has, shit go wrong. Shit doesn't go the way it's planned, or, bad stuff happens. People get in accidents, and, I can give you a long list, but, depending on how old you are when you're watching this, how many times has life thrown you a really good punch right to the face, And it's not about how or why we get hit or why we struggle, but it's how we manage and deal with that struggle and how we move forward. And that's what comes out the other side. We're living, we're moving forward, Some shit happens, and we come out on the other side. How different are we? Everything changes us. Every day we change a little better. Every day we change a little with our mindset, not just physically, but like mentally, emotionally, especially emotionally. Based on everything that happens, we're always a new version of ourselves. And are we a better version of ourselves, or did we take a step back? And taking a step back isn't bad. It's learning. It's part of life. We don't. It's not all progress. Shit happens, as I said, and we all know. Any adult knows that life happens, and there's setbacks, and there's challenges, and there's struggles, and there's just bullshit. Like what seems like for no reason. Like, why is this happening to me? Sometimes we don't know. It's just life. There are people, I guess I'm one of them. Everything does happen for a reason, and sometimes we don't need to know the reason. We don't have to waste time thinking about it or trying to figure it out. Except those times when the bullshit is based on our own choices, because sometimes when life happens, it's based on something we chose to do, or chose to go somewhere, or chose to associate with someone, or chose to participate in a certain activity that was not a good choice, and shit happens. You get arrested, you get in a fight, you get robbed, you get beat up, whatever. Shit happens based on your choices, and that's the real struggle, is forgiving yourself and giving yourself grace. And no matter what the choice was or what the situation is, you have to forgive yourself and move forward. And I don't think you can move forward until you forgive yourself, and not hold resentments against yourself or be upset with yourself and hold on to that negativity. Learn from the choice you made and the consequences, and move forward. There's some people that think that we need God and some sort of higher power to make good choices and be a good person, and I am not one of those people. I think there's a lot of people who don't believe in God that still make a lot of good choices based on the fact that they know that there's consequences. Knowing that there's going to be a consequence to this, whether it's stealing or you make a bad choice and there's going to be a consequence one day. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but everything catches up to you. And I think we've talked about that in person, in real life, many times, that you always get caught. You always get caught. So it's better just to not make those choices, or to, if you catch yourself or find yourself in a position where that you didn't want to be, or that you put yourself in, you can get out of it. Admit that you did something wrong, and move forward, and anyway, so that's the main point, is dealing with life struggles, dealing with life's challenges, especially when you've made choices and put yourself in situations that now you're dealing with. Forgive yourself, love yourself, forgive yourself, give yourself some grace. We're all human, we all make mistakes. I know I don't want to take too much time to talk about all mine, but I could. I made a lot of choices that were not the best, but I'm here. I have an awesome wife. I have amazing kids. I'm, a self-employed handyman. I get to kind of make my own schedule and be with, my kids as much as I can, with also making money so we can live and pay bills, and, take a little vacation once in a while. And, mom is awesome. Another episode. Your mom's awesome. You know that. So yeah, to my kids, your mom is awesome. If you're watching this and you're not my kid, that's cool, but these are meant for my boys, and when I'm gone or can't speak anymore, and if I'm unable to communicate with the people around me, my boys can go back and watch these. So, but if you're not my boys, welcome. Happy whatever day it is. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Anyway, back to the point. Life happens. We make choices sometimes that aren't the best. We struggle. We have things that go wrong, things that cause issues and drama, but it's all on how you deal with it. 90% of life is how you deal with what comes to you. And the other side of that is also when things are going really good. I have a little bit of anxiety, so when things are going really good, I always think of what's going to happen. How is the rug going to get pulled out from under me? How is this going to fuck up or get screwed up? But you have to be grateful. You have to enjoy it. When life is good, enjoy it. Pause, think, look around, take a breath, slow down a little bit. Things are going great. You're on vacation, or you got a really good job, and you just got a raise, and you got a nice car, and you found $20 on the sidewalk, and you're all caught up on your bills, and you don't have any debt, and everything's going so good. Enjoy that. Enjoy it, because in America, in life, things are going to happen, and you're going to need money, and you're going to need to bust your ass, and you need to do things that you don't want to do. So when the good times are happening, 90% of life is what you do with it. Enjoy it. Don't take it for granted. Don't ever take the good days for granted. It's easier said than done. I do it all the time, trust me. But pause, think about it, be grateful, enjoy life, have fun. That's what I want. I want my boys to live a good life. I want them to know how to deal with assholes, and I want them to just be happy. God bless it. Cha, 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 cha. I gotta work. But yeah, be happy, be grateful, be thankful. If you believe in God, thank God. Thank the people around you that make up your life. And don't just say it. Be grateful. Do a favor for somebody. Pay it forward. Or not. You don't necessarily have to. I don't know. I'm not one to. I love doing things for people and doing favors, but then you get caught, with burning yourself out, and there's people that just kind of keep to themselves their whole lives, and that's cool too. You don't have to do community service work. You don't have to go out and do volunteer work for somebody or whatever, but be awesome, be kind, be helpful, have fun, be you, listen to mom, do good, protect the earth, drink more water, be a thumbs up to the world. I think I said that out of order. Be awesome, be kind, be helpful, have fun, be me, listen to mom, do good, protect the earth, drink more water, be a thumbs up. So be kind, always be kind, be grateful. We could definitely edit that, but those are 10 that we've built since you guys were babies. So I'm gonna go to work. I love you guys. Remember to be happy and love yourself. Okay?